Hey, it's Becky here. Today I'm at the camp. I'm going to be doing just one night today on my own. I've got Buster with me, and so just going to do one night up the woods. And yeah, so my plans are to finish off my clay oven. It's got a few cracks in it since I haven't been up here for a while, so I'll have to repair that, and I might be doing a bit of cooking in there. So yeah, and I'm probably going to be tapping a birch tree as well. It's early spring now, so it's a good time of year to be getting that birch sap. Here's my clay oven. The weather has got to it, and it's got some big cracks on it. So I'll just be getting some clay today and filling in the areas where it needs work. Just going to set my gear up now. I've got my wool blanket, my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag. I'm going to be staying in the lean-to tonight with the dog set up down here. So I'm going to set up now. It's mine and Buster's bed set up for the night. I think it's going to be roughly, I think it will drop down to 4 that I've read tonight, so this will be warm enough for the dog. He's got 2 blankets on the bottom, a little multi-mat and a spare blanket. So I'm just going to go out now and look for a bit of sweet chestnut. I'm going to tap a birch tree. So like I said, it's a good season for tapping birch trees. So right now I'm going to be looking for a bit of sweet chestnut the size of this auger, because that's what I'm going to be putting into the tree. So that diameter I'm looking for, and I'm just gonna go cut it. So I've got my bit of wood now, and I'm just going to take the bark off. As you can see, it's got a bend in it. I wanted to get a bend in the end so I can hang my bush pot off there, and it won't slip or fall off. So I've removed all the bark now, as it can be quite infectious, and I'm going to mark my funnel where the water's going to funnel through, and then just keep marking it out with my knife. Right, so I've made my my tap there. I've just made a slit and made a notch for my bush pot to sit on. So I've got my auger here. This is a Scotch auger, and I'm just going to drill a straight line into the tree and then hammer this in. Going about an inch or an inch and a half in until I hit this active layer where the nutrients and the water and the sap is transported throughout the tree. So I'll keep going in until I see the liquid. So the water's starting to come out now. The sap, I mean, starting to come out now. I might go a little bit deeper. So I'm not that far in yet. Right, so I've drilled my hole there and the sap's coming out now. You can see that. So now I'm just going to put my tap into the tree and bang it in. And the liquid is starting to come through the funnel now, which is great. So I'll just get my bush pot and hang it off this notch. So it hangs nicely off there. So that's my my tapped birch tree. I keep that there overnight, but keep coming back to it every hour to check the flow rate. And right now it's like a drop a second. That's great. Really pleased with that. Can't wait to see what it tastes like. So it's a pretty good fit on into the tree. Fits the hole well. There isn't much leaking going on there. So it's an hour later. I'm just going to check out how my how the sap's doing. So I'll just check the pot now, and so each hour I'm going to check it, and if it gets near the top of the pot I'll fill it up with another bottle. Yeah. Right, so it's filled up less than a quarter of the way, so it's done pretty well. It's still got a nice flow on there, which is great. So the tree that I've tapped is obviously the birch tree. It's a silver birch. So you usually recognise it by the white bark. It's obviously different to other trees that is in this forest because of the white bark. It usually has reddish coloured twigs. That's how you recognise it. They're a reddy colour, and it has horizontal slits in the tree. So this is the perfect time. It's actually March the 10th, so it's the perfect time for tapping a birch tree. It's this sort of window, early spring, where it's the perfect time to start sapping it. Tapping it. I'm gonna take this off now and have a little drink. So it's quite a sweet taste. It kind of tastes like coconut water, if anyone's ever had that. Yeah, it's pretty plain, but it's drinkable. It's nice, and it's quite refreshing. So the sap's described as a kind of a sweet, thin, syrup-like liquid, and there's so many benefits from drinking this, and it's said to kind of detox and cleanse your body. It includes loads of vitamins and minerals, a lot of amino acids and things like that, so it's great to drink. And if you're ever stranded anywhere, it's also a good liquid to hydrate yourself. So birch bark on the whole have amazing health properties. It's a great tree to have in your forest, because obviously the bark's used for fire lighting. The polypore on the tree are good for sharpening your knives, and making plasters and tea, which has cancer health properties in there, so it's said to decrease cancer cells, I think. There's just so many amazing health benefits from the tree in general, so have a look at that. That's some of the many amazing things the sap's good for, and the polypore. So in general it's a great tree. I'm sure there's plenty of other things that they're good for. The polypore has multiple uses, as well as can be used for smouldering, so you catch light to it and you can transport your fire to different locations if you're hiking or on the move. So overall it's a great resource, and yeah, it's good. So if you are going out and thinking about tapping a birch tree because of all the amazing health benefits, or just for the experience, what I have done, and also for the health benefits, then I would definitely look up and practice how to make the plugs for when you're finished tapping the tree. And you have to, I'll show you this tomorrow, but you have to get a piece of wood and make sure it fits it exactly, so the sap won't keep coming out and you'll bleed the tree dry pretty much if you don't put a stop onto the liquid coming out. So I'll show that tomorrow. I've had a practice with the augering a bit of wood out. I've had a practice making the funnel, and I'm going to practice today. There's a dog. I'm going to practice today how to make the stopper, so I won't bleed the tree dry. So I hope this was useful to some of you out there. There's not a long window, I think it's about 1 to 2 weeks for collecting the sap. But yeah, it's a nice drink. You can also make ice cubes out of it and put it in your drinks. So it's great. I'm sure there's people watching this video that know a lot of other health benefits and other uses. So feel free to share and comment them. Before I tapped the tree that I've just showed you, I did one before that, just for a experiment pretty much, and 2 is better than 1, so thought I'd give that a little try. So here's the tree that I tapped previously to the other one. I'll just show you how full up it is now. Wow, so it's been on there about 3 to 4 hours and it's nearly full up. I've been drinking from it in the meantime, but it's still filled up pretty rapid, and as you can see the filter isn't as amazing as the second one I've done, so the more practice the better. I'm going to come back in a minute and put this sap into a bottle and put the cutbacks. Nice day. I got dropped off up here at about 9:30 this morning, and yeah, been up here since then, basically learning how to tap the tree and then tapping both of them trees. I think I'll go back to the first tree and take a bottle with me and fill that up. So I'm going to take my clean canteen bottle and go fill up the bottle with the sap. So just going to do that now. So it's right near the top now. I'm going to fill the bottle up. So I'm going to be using my little hatchet to chop up some timber, baton some timber, should I say. So I've made this little makeshift sheath, basically a bit of cardboard with some black tape and an elastic band. So that works pretty well, does the job. Don't look the best, but it does the job. And I just want to protect the blade from cutting anything in my bag, or if I reach in my bag I don't want to cut my hands on it. So that's nice. So I'm just going to split these bigger bits and baton them into some fine. Now I'm going to use my Bushcraft Black for just processing some smaller bits. Did a few pine sticks and pressed the blisters on the pine tree and smothered them, some of them with the sap, so they're better for lighting. dinner soon. And then afterwards I'll go and check on my taps again. Just going for a little walk around the area. I just saw a roe deer come down this way, so I'm just going to have a look around, see if I can see anything. It's obviously long gone, but it's worth a look in case there's any more or any tracks or whatever. Got the beautiful sunset behind me. Got a little buster. Great evening. My walk, and this is nearly filled up again, so that filled up so quick, so I'm gonna go get my bottle soon and gonna fill it up again. For food, I've just got something really basic for tonight. Was supposed to go on a kayak trip with my dad, but that didn't come off in the end because my mum got ill, so had to look after her, which is a shame. So we were packing lightweight for our canoe kayak trip just down our local river. I think we're planned that for another weekend now. I think it's rain all day tomorrow, so that wouldn't have been the nicest, kayaking in the rain all day, but it'd still be good fun. So yeah, I've got all my food that I was meant to take with me on the boat trip, but brought it here instead. my dinner. It's got some noodles and my birch sap. So lovely. Definitely tastes like coconut water. Got a nice refreshing taste with it. Now I've got this beautiful pink sky behind me to finish off the day. So I think I'll save washing up and just eat out the frying pan tonight. Seeing as I'm only doing one night, there's no point using the plate. I don't mind eating out the frying pan. It's fine with me. Got my table that my dad made. Really nice. He used the auger to make this as well. Put 4 legs on. Augered them in. Basically it was the same sort of way of making the stool that I'm sitting on now. The stool I made in another video. But it's getting a bit too luxury up here. Right, it's getting dark now. Just washed up and sterilised my pan and my spoon and that. And I'm gonna go look at my tapping points and I'm gonna fill up my bottle so they don't overflow in the night. And then yeah, I'm gonna come back and chill out. Right guys, it's about 7 o'clock now and I'm just sitting around the fire. It's been a lovely evening and it's still quite warm now. I think it's going to be a hot night tonight. So yeah, it's the first solo I've done in a while. I think it was since the half term. Yeah, it's nice. It's obviously lovely when you have great company, but it's nice getting some time on your own and start learning about yourself and that sort of thing. And it's obviously really relaxing. I'm so chilled out. But yeah, just sitting around the fire. I checked on the taps again, and the birch sap had been filled up, so I have 2 litres of the birch sap, which is great. I'm slowly introducing my body to it. I didn't want to drink too much today, otherwise, I don't know, I could react badly. But yeah, it's been a good day. I think tomorrow in the morning I'm going to collect loads of clay and cover my oven, and then I'm going to probably cook my breakfast in there. So it's about 7:30 now, and pretty much pitch black outside. So yeah, been chilling out. Now I'm just sitting on my bed. The dog's gonna sleep down there. And yeah, I've just been sitting around the fire really. But yeah. Right, I'm gonna be going to sleep now. Yeah. Everything's prepared and it's gonna be a warm night. So, night guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Morning guys, just got the fire on. It's 6 o'clock and I'm gonna check on my birch sap in a minute. So just warming up around the fire. Had a good night. Slept all the way through. Just walking down to the 2 spots where I tapped the trees. I'm hoping they didn't overflow. So here's our first one. It didn't overflow, but it's so close to the top there. Now to the second one. This one had a faster flow, so I swapped the bush pot over with it. So hopefully it didn't overflow. So there it is, it didn't overflow, but you can tell this one had a much faster flow. And this is a much bigger pot. Right, so I'm running out of bottles to fill up now. So I'm gonna have to start thinking about making the plug. My Pathfinder bottle fill up with the birch sap now. But I need to get another container to fill up. So I've just got the fire going, collected the birch sap, and now I'm going to go get some clay to finish off my oven, and then I think I'll cook breakfast in there. So yeah, it's starting to rain now, but it's quite warm, which is always nice. So yeah, nice morning. So I've just collected the clay now, and I'm going to mix it with water and add it onto the oven. So I used my Banggood spade to dig the clay up. There's my clay. It is quite powdery, so I'm going to add it with water so I can apply it better to the oven. And the cracks are pretty big, so I might need another bucket of clay. Finished with the clay oven now. Just had to fill in all the gaps, which is all done. So just making the plugs now. I'm going to thin them off and then make them bigger down this end so they fit snug. For my birch sap, what I collected yesterday and last night, I've got 2.5 litres in here, 1.2 in the clean canteen and 1 litre in the Pathfinder bottle. so I've collected loads. And I'll probably go home and freeze it so it lasts for longer. And you can also make ice cubes from it, so very nice. Right, I'm taking the tap out of the tree. So my weekend's coming to an end now, or my overnighter. What's the time now?
Time 20 to 1, Bex.
20 to 1, so going to be going home about 1ish. I've packed up now and Dean here has just come to pick me up.
Yeah, drove in, come up the camps, kept it nice, haven't you?
Yeah, as always.
Yeah, just looked after the place, done another solo, and good doing a solo,
Yeah.
especially at your age. You know, get out there, girls. You know, Becky can do it, you can do it. Can't you?